You're watching Symptom TV. Knowledge is power. Sammy is wondering, is depression a symptom of cancer?
Well, it definitely would be for me. I know that much.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's hard to not be depressed if you have some sort of life-threatening illness.
Mm-hmm.
And then the energy draining, lethargy that you're going to feel from that, I would say is definitely is going to impact your mood.
Yeah, I would say, as a mental health professional, there are certain mechanisms associated with stress in the sense that when you feel anxious because there is a legitimate threat to your well-being or survival, you're naturally going to have higher levels of cortisol in your body, and cortisol is very fatiguing, and it also prevents your critical brain, your prefrontal cortex, from functioning properly. So it makes it harder to make big decisions and just kind of do life when you're massively stressed, like you would be with a diagnosis of a life-threatening illness. And it also prevents your body from releasing dopamine, the happy hormone, this high stress hormone. It's like your body feels like it has to choose. So the survival hormone, the fight or flight, the cortisol, is going to win out, unfortunately, at least initially, and that's going to keep that happy hormone down. So just the stress factor and the mental health factor, yes, you're definitely going to have some symptoms of depression that are appropriate to the scenario. But I suspect there's also influences from the type of treatment that you might be on that would naturally affect the hormones in your brain, and the kind of a similar mechanism, but not so much stress related, but treatment related. So there certainly are things you can do for self-care. There are things you can do to just make sure you're checking in about how you're thinking and that you're not having negative ideations, worst case scenario thinking, running the show, and staying nice and grounded and focused on what's possible, and make sure you're doing your best for yourself. And that will help lower that cortisol and raise that dopamine a little bit more. And of course, being around people who are positive and helpful and supportive is going to help you to raise that dopamine and lower that cortisol as well.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for watching Symptom TV. Subscribe below and stay informed.